Hello everybody, this is General Snivy, and welcome back, finally, ladies and gentlemen, to more Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Today is potentially going to be the final session of the game. The last time we left off, this was just before the holiday season of 2020, just before Christmas began. So, during this time, a lot has happened. Let's just say that. Anyway, within the game world itself, we powered up the Monado, we managed to figure out how we can potentially defeat the Fog King in Alchemoth, and I also attempted to take on several more quests, which I managed to complete a fairly good chunk of them, got down to one left, and I thought I was nearly done when it came to questing itself. But it turns out there's actually one more quest that I missed during my time grinding. Yes, I did some grinding. And as you can see, my entire party is at level 90 at the very least. Not level 99, but still level 90, regardless. Anyway, when it comes to arts, I managed to level up all of Shulk's arts all the way to their maximum potential, except for his Monado arts. I managed to level up some of his other Monado arts, such as Monado Cyclone, and I nearly maxed out Monado Buster. I've also leveled up Monado Shield and Monado Speed a bit, so that's pretty good too. As far as Nene's arts are concerned, I managed to level up all of her arts that I care about the most, and I managed to get every single art book in the entire game, with the exception of one, and that is for Guard Shift. I'm not going to be worrying about that because, really, I don't need that ability. But, regardless, I leveled up all of her arts, all the ones that I care about the most, which are the same as Rhine's, by the way. So, that's taken care of, everything is hunky-dory, and right with the world once again. And as far as Kino's arts are concerned, same sort of deal. I leveled up all of his arts, all the ones I care about the most. And as far as the other ones, I didn't really bother too much when it came to them because some of his more powerful arts, such as Noggin Shot, Heal Round Around, and all that jazz, oh lord, it required a ton of AP in order to even level it up by one single point. But the end result was definitely worth it, that's for sure. And as far as other arts, I did manage to level Shield Kachlang nearly to maximum. As far as his other arts, didn't really care too much about them, so I left them on the wayside, kind of. Now for Melia, I leveled up all of her arts that I care about the most, such as Summon Bolt, Summon Earth, Summon Ice, Summon Copy, and Reflection. I've also managed to level up Burst End all the way to max. And I also managed to level up Spear Kick, or Spear Break, and Starlight Kick as well to max. So, those are all maxed out and good to go. And as far as my stats are concerned, when it comes to everyone at level 90, my equipment is roughly the same as it was from the previous session before the holidays began. And I also managed to pick up several gems, such as Topple Resist, and I also picked up some Daze Resist gems as well. Gave the Daze Resist gems to Nene, and the Topple Resist gems I gave to Shulk as well as Kino. I also gave him a couple of other gems as well, just because. As far as Melia is concerned, her gem lineup is roughly the same, except any series other than Series 4 gems that I found, all those replaced the Series 3s and under when it comes to those particular gems. I'm not too sure, but I think I've also bought all the equipment that I possibly could just for cosmetic purposes as well. So, there's that. Finally, during my grind, I also managed to collect all the items necessary for both the Bionis Shoulder and Alchemoth to complete the Collectopedia for Future Connected. And before we do so, let's go ahead and create one more save right here, just so that way everything is hunky-dory in case something goes awry, like it did earlier because I was a freaking idiot and failed to reprogram the Stream Deck's shortcuts and all that jazz. I think it was due to the fact that, actually, I'll get more into this later. Also, if you're wondering how I managed to get everyone up to level 90, I utilized expert mode and just ran them around the lower section and upper section of Alchemoth and just beat up everyone inside. And I just kept doing it repeatedly over and over again. So what I did was, first off, enabled expert mode and lowered everyone's levels down to as low as I could possibly get away with, which in this case was level 70. If I went lower like level 69, then I was going to be in a load of trouble because all the shadow-based enemies are like level 74, 75, 76. So in other words, yeah, they had red labels and that is a big fat no-go. So level 70 was what I worked with, and until everyone reached either level 71 upon the first loop or level 72, I lowered the levels back down to level 70 from there and just repeated the process until everyone reached level 90. Basically, upon the leveling up chart when it came to that. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and finally complete the Collectopedia. So, for the final category for the Bionis Shoulder, we have the Angel Beam, or Bream. I believe these can be found, like, in the little lake area by the Gran Dell entrance, sort of, like towards the gravesite. So, with that in mind, let's put her in, just like that. Category complete, we got ourselves some Valak bracelets, and area complete. And we got a Valak top as our final reward for that, so, well worth it. Now for Alchemoth, we have the Cool Lemon and Heart Peach. Fruit category complete. We got Trendy Goggles. And as far as the flower category, we have the Star Drop. And upon completing that, we get ourselves some Trendy Gloves, which is sweet. And for the animal category, we have the Mane Cat. And we got some trendy leggings. Finally, for Strange, we have Thunder Atmos. Here we go. Trendy fins and area complete. That completes the Collectopedia for Future Connected, folks. And the final reward is a trendy hoodie. So really, the end reward isn't really worth it per se when it comes to practicality of equipment, but it's still worth it for cosmetic purposes for New Game Plus of the main game. So, with that in mind, let's go and start up this final quest right here, which I'm going to say it is the final quest. Let's speak to Maxis and see what's up. Just what is the meaning of this? Maybe Lady Melia, savior of so many lives and arbiter of all of our troubles, could help in this matter. What is it? It's fine, you can leave us to ourselves. Though perhaps I would be able to confide in Lady Melia. So in other words, in order to start this quest, Melia needs to be the party leader.
Someone call?
What is the matter, Maxis? You seem out of sorts. Lady Melia! Well, the thing is, some of the residents have been in an odd state of mind lately. We tried speaking to them, but we still can't make heads or tails of it. Certainly, when you mention it, I too have observed it. They seem unfocused, like they were not entirely there. So you were already aware, Lady Melia? I've been seeking the reason why they are acting this way. In fact, I found someone who seems to know something, but they refuse to tell me anything. I understand. That sounds most vexing. Indeed. Lady Melia. Oh wow, that's too funny. Both Kino and Nene are dancing in perfect sync right there. Too funny. Anyway, back to the conversation at hand. Lady Melia, I know a great burden lies on your shoulders, and I am loath to add it unnecessarily. Still, I must ask, if you find the time, would you speak to this someone in my stead? Who may this person in question be? It's a Nopon traveler by the name of Pororo. Like your neighbor Totoro? So, it looks like the future within our grasp is a level 78 recommended quest. And at this point, I believe level 78 is the highest requirement, but even so. Something worth mentioning. My deepest gratitude. The Nopons should be under the bluish marquee behind the shop stall. Best of luck, Lady Melia. Okay, let's get this done. Might as well get this quest done and over with since we're right here. Man, want to ask Pororo something? Pororo best is on request from Maxis. Pororo not wrong? Is Pororo? Okay, Pororo copy loud and clear. Pororo not have anyone that can talk to except friends. In truth, is fault of drink made by certain esteemed person of Pororo. Acquaintance that people become like this. Esteemed person tell Pororo not to tell, but Pororo having crisis of conscience when see people in trouble straits. They assume from their expression that this matter bothers them. No shit. Stories sound not so fun. Kino, get helping urge. You're so very kind, Kino. We shall lend them an ear, then. Friends, remember when Gather Up Pororo favorite? That was actually experimental product made by an esteemed person. Pororo think it already plenty tasty, personally. But one day, suddenly, boss declare it have glutton's herb, then product formula complete. Then he add glutinous herb to formula, mix up into drink, and sell to folks. Once folk have sip of drink, it all over. Become hopelessly addicted every day. Bleary-eyed people queued up to purchase. Sounds like an alcoholic beverage is being brewed here. One that people simply cannot resist. For Nopon like Pororo, it's just tasty drink, but maybe for Hom Hom and bird people have some other not good effect too. But for a esteemed person, only thing that matter is profit, and profit is sky high. Once boss works out drink sales, started the corner market on glutton's herb. Pororo cannot stop esteemed person, but bet if friends tried, then would succeed. Pororo begged friends to try, please. This is sample of drink in question. Please do not drink by mistake. Okay. Name of esteemed boss person? This is sworn Pororo said already. Name of esteemed person is the mighty Lord Bana. Him again? Wow, haven't heard that name in quite a long time. Oh dear.
Need something?
How did things go? So that's what was behind it. A drink made by this Bana miscreant put them in that state? Nothing that passed through the hands of Bana could ever be believed beneficial to High Entia or Hom's psychology. It would behoove us to thwart him before he concocts any further plots. May we ask for your help? You could deliver the drink to Radzam and ask him to look into finding a cure. Oh, terrific plan, Lady Melia. With the right panacea, we could restore everyone to normal. I shall count on you then, Maxis. Yes, ma'am. Meh! Hold it right there! Who's there? Plan was mere featherweight from happy conclusion. Why meddling kids have to go and meddle again? Are you Bana? Huh? It's you! So dull and so dumb! How not realize yet? It me, future Emperor Bionis Shoulder, Lord Bana, and own fleshy flesh. Or fluffy flesh. Bana! You, Emperor? Surely you jest. I deathly serious. If plan of Lord Bana go off without hitch, would be already reality by now. You all even imagine difficulty of reaching to this point? Revoltinage of test batch? Even though Pororo said it delicious, something very wrong with that poem. To make test batch into product of utter delicious, first tried mixing in growth stimulant with which found in storage. Growth stimulant? Don't tell me you used. Don't interrupt when Lord Bana's talking. Anyway, mixing with stimulant did not fix a whatever. Was time for new plan. Fish are delicious, yes? So next, I try mixing fish with drink. And to catch those fish, you stole the fish trap, did you not? Exactly wrong! Why you keep trying to butt in? Bana not done with monologue yet! When mixing fish, of some reason drink become disgusting on top of revolting. But then, that's when Lord Bana made great discovery. That perfect thing that was looking for. That magical thing that makes anything into the most delicious thing that ever exists. That phantom leafy leaf. Meh? You mean herb of gluten? It has to be. It has to be. Bana overheard chatting with Mr. Radzam. After many miss and more miss, finally hit on perfect formula for miracle drink that's so devilish in the dit. Bana Triple X. I sell Bana Triple X to Rubes. Bana make mountains of dough and everything turn to gravy. In one genius move, Bana take control of whole Bionis Shoulder economy and establish biggest empire of all. Do you seriously think true empires are founded on such selfish foundations? I cannot believe you. Bird girl, shut mouth! You give Lord Bana no choice but to eliminate roadblock and revise plan. Well then, bring it! Oh, Bana just have another genius idea. Should use this area for fabrication plant of new revised Bana Triple X formula. Resolution of plot will take place in one space, so Bana can see face of meddling kids clearly, contorted in shame. Apparently I can't read today. No! Stop right there! Melia, we have to go after him. Yes. He must be heading for the Halcyon Wheats. Chase him down, but please be careful. Of course. We gotta put a stop to Bana's plans one way or another before he creates his almighty empire. Oh dear. That would not be a fun time for anyone. Now then. Time to begin our pursuit. Thankfully, we don't have to go too far. And it's basically all but a straight shot to our destination, so that's pretty sweet. Anyway, before I get into the reason why I didn't start streaming last week, like at all, we first need to deal with Bana and his shenanigans. We got you now, you little shit! Get over here and take your just desserts! Why? Why you always have to throw spanners into Bana's works? Day in, day out, day all about, Bana have to run in a cursed wheel like feathered beast of burden. Well, because you kind of effed up, buddy. Bana will express pent-up resentment through medium of merciless violence. On guard! Oh, really? Bring it. Aw, shit. Here we go again. Gah! If it's a fight you desire, we certainly won't disappoint. Don't underestimate him. Bana's more dangerous than his act might suggest. Enough waggling of chins. Come and get a piece of Bana's fist. Really, if you really think you're that good to face me, bring it, you little shit. Time to bring you down to freaking planet Earth and back to reality as a whole. Get up! I need your help here. Now, as far as this fight is concerned, I honestly do not remember how this goes. In fact, I don't even remember this quest at all, to be honest. I don't think I even took this one on before, so this is kind of new territory for me. So, might as well experience it together. Hopefully this thing will finally go down without too much of a problem, but you never frickin' know. I mean, we really shouldn't because... wow, this is something I've never seen before. Confusion. Alright, time to finish you off! Unspect this till we die! Goodbye. Meh. Meh. Ugh. Bana cannot believe Bana lost again. But you bullies will not see Bana beg. Bana will go to grave with composure, with poise, with pure sportsmanship. What will it be? Will you boil Bana, roast Bana on spit, scoop out innards stuffed with peppers and grill and coals? Actually, we have a different idea. I don't really know. What do you think we should do, Melia? You're really putting me on the spot here. Lady Melia, are you alright? We've heard about what happened. Miss Melia, how about you let us take over from here? Very well. If that is your request, I see no reason to deny it. Thank you very much. I have every confidence that I can develop a serum to negate the toxicity and relieve the symptoms caused by your Bana XXX. But I sense a lot of potential in the drink. With the right tweaks, it could still turn into something useful. How would you feel about working with me to do some good for a change? That doesn't mean we'll just forget you burglared the storehouse to get at the growth stimulant. But much as it pains me to admit it, some good came out of it too. Lanier and his folks came through for us. Right. When Myrtle's fish trap went missing, I really thought things were about to get dire. But with the help of Verda and Miss Melia and her friends here, we managed to build a new, better one. Individually, we are limited in our capabilities. But when we work together, well, work together with us and you'll see. Ferrero understand point very well. Mr. Bana is terrifying brute, but also clever and hard worker. That does seem to be the popular option. Oh, fine. You lot of all disgustingly soft. But since you compliment Bana so, Bana will stoop to working with. Great. Thanks for understanding. They soften hearts, and in heads, Lord Bana shows scrappy shred of sorry. And they trust Lord Bana immediately. And now that's taken care of, it's time to receive punishment. Meh? Yes. Mustn't forget that part. Meh meh? Indeed, justice must be done. I love that expression. Like, wait, what? Meh meh meh! That there one no pod who never learn. You hit the nail right on the head. Still, he did prove us quite a show. Or provide us quite a show. Shulk, I do believe that that these people will be alright. Yeah, I think so too. Now it's time for us to play our own special part in this story. Remember, folks, this is my story, and you have no part in it. Wise words of Auron from Kingdom Hearts 2. Anyway, upon quest completion, we got ourselves a debuff resist 5 gem, which is super useful, and I'm going to be equipping that on Shulk right now. So, let's take a look here. I'm gonna have to take off a topple resist gem, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and where is the debuff? Here we go. So with that should make it so Shulk is completely immune from debuffs now and forever, which is great. Now then. Time to get the party back together and see if there's anything else I've missed. And it looks like a no, so thank God that's done. Thankfully that didn't take too long, so... Now then. Before we go and slay us a dragon boy, let me go ahead and explain why I haven't streamed it all this past week, while I also build up my party gauge. So, what happened was, on December 25th, 2020, I decided to initiate an update on my PC. So how I did it was I used the Windows Media Creation tool and created a bootable media on a USB flash drive about 1 month prior, just to prepare myself for the update. So when I was fully prepared, I made sure I triple checked and make sure that everything was fully backed up and ready to go. And after confirming everything was all hunky-dory, I went ahead and began the update. But instead of carrying over everything that I had previously, I decided to make it so it wipes the entire drive and starts anew again. So in other words, I made it so the update erased everything so that I could make it so the computer runs properly once again in a clean state, and I'm able to use the computer like normal and actually use Windows updates to, well, update my PC without having to do arbitrary methods in order to even get my frickin' updates. So, upon completing the installation, I ran into some technical issues during the installation, but I was able to get everything sorted out and managed to get to the desktop. After doing so, I went into my settings to confirm that the update went through, which it did. And then I decided to rename the PC from its default name to something else. Upon doing so and then restarting the computer, it crashed. It gave me a blue screen of death with the page fault and none-paged area stop code. So, I let the computer restart, and it did the same thing again. It basically got stuck in this loop for quite some time. About 2 to 3 attempts after trying to reboot, Windows tried to diagnose itself and tried to repair itself. Unfortunately, it failed to do so, and the next thing I tried after I managed to get through the diagnostic tool is I tried the reset this PC option and download another copy of Windows 10 build 20H2 onto the computer. So I went ahead and did that, and upon doing so, the cycle repeated itself, except it got stuck in a blue screen of death endlessly. Same stop code and everything. So that was real fun. So I had to take the PC to a local IT repair shop, which I do trust, and they've worked on my PC before. Whether it be fixing an issue like the aforementioned endless blue screens of death, and just being unable to use my computer, along with just upgrading my PC in general. When I purchased new parts and upgraded my AMD PC build to an Intel-based build with the Intel Core i7-4790 processor and everything like that, I also used them to help with upgrading the PC. So, yeah. It took about a week and a half to have it so they were able... Okay, let me try rephrasing this. They were able to fix the issue by reinstalling Windows 10 build 2004. And they basically wiped the drive clean, and everything is at a clean slate. So that was real fun to deal with. As I've mentioned previously, I do have a backup. And I made sure that my backups were all good and accessible on a separate USB external hard drive, which is what I used to fully restore my system. In other words, I restored all my documents, photos, music, and everything else in between. I even managed to reinstall all of the programs that I care about the most, and eliminate some bloatware along the way. So, that's good to see. And now I'm kind of working on reinstalling my games. What I found kind of interesting was during the reinstallation process, I found that, technically speaking, the games are still installed on my second hard drive. It's just a matter of getting them back onto the desktop and just getting them working again. Almost every single game has been able to work without a hitch as far as I know, and I was even able to access the save data from the games as well, which is pretty sweet. The only exception to this right now is Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 is kind of having problems, and I may have to reinstall that fully, but I'll worry about that when I finish the other games. As far as the other games are concerned, I still got a fairly good bit left to go. I'm in the L's category as far as when it comes to letters and getting the games re-downloaded and re-accessible onto the desktop and everything. everything seems to be working as far as I can tell. Now, when it comes to something else I mentioned, I was able to get basically everything working except for the Ketsukitty 3DS viewing program. What happened was, it was lacking a certain .dll file, and it turns out, upon reinstalling DirectX 9, which I got from Loopy's website, that allowed the Ketsukitty 3DS viewing program to work again, which was kinda strange. But hey, I guess DirectX has a correlation between both the Ketsukitty and the Loopy 3DS viewing programs in conjunction in their capture cards and all that jazz. So, that was fun. What's also really fun? Earlier today, and more or less, this happened like 2 days ago, but Windows 10, without my knowledge, decided to download Build 20H2 again onto the computer. It was pending a restart, so I decided to create a restore point and just do an emergency shutdown of the entire computer. I then waited until today to call my local IT professional, and he walked me through as to how I can go about getting this resolved. So it was just a really simple matter. Just turn on the computer, see if it'll attempt to install this update, which it failed miserably. It crashed, same stop code of page fault in unpaged area. That was real fun. It did this about 3 times, and then finally it reverted the changes, and I'm back on build 2004. So, everything's working, everything's good. Except for the brief little shenanigans I ran into earlier. Regardless though, it's time we slay ourselves a dragon, boys! Let's begin! This is what we grinded for all this time! All this time we've grinded just to kick this stupid freaking dragon's ass! Funny enough, the first time I actually beaten this thing, I managed to beat it by the skin of my teeth. Okay, so when it comes to this, I think the best course of action is to, if you have the party gauge filled, make sure you daze this stupid thing first. And if you get an extra chance, depending on your HP values, either execute a heal or execute an all-out attack. This way you're able to get in some free shots. Just like this. Smack him down! That's what I'm goddamn talking about! There we go, folks! All done! Woo-hoo-hoo! Damn! That felt good. One's going to feel that one in the morning. Oh, not really. We grind our asses off, but even so, you do have a fair point. Meh. Chief, please open chest already. It not make it quick. Might spell more monster trouble with capital M. Or more like capital T, but whatever. Screw you. Yes, that makes sense. It open! Golden shrooms are good as got. Pawn Spectre Guild is saved! Wait, were mushrooms inside box whole time? Oh? Something wrong? Baby mushroom shriveled up like face of Grampy Pawn, or Granny Pawn. That's entirely correct. Why are they so dry? Even fungus contain moisture, dummy. When left for a long time, of course they dry out. And with this level of dry, there's no way to undry even if soaked in water. What? No! This is impossible! Golden shrooms of one's dreams! What Chief wanted to do with mushrooms after getting anyway? Is not normal to be such grumpy trousers? Memo said that golden shroom have flavor profile unlike any foodstuff that anyone ever eat. Unparalleled delicious! If could cultivate golden shroom we found, then could start selling and never hurt for monies again in life. But with mushrooms so dry, plan is ruined. My mistake. What Chief need money for anyway? Meh. Well, here's the thing. Right now, Archaeology Center is on verge of go bankrupt. Oh! When one become chief, old chief tell all about financial situation. Long story short, it bad. Deep bad. Dire bad. To reduce running cost, one reduced pawn inspecting hours and changed tack to focus on fundraise. When decide on new slogan, also want to choose one that inspire pawn inspectors to have pride and raise morale. One spend days and nights looking for way out of dead-end circumstance. Then one day, stumble on fateful memo that gave one glimmer of hope for safe center from getting repossessed. Set have no idea. This one thing one not forget to say, rather could not bring self to say and make co-workers feel unease. Chief, we pawn inspectors not just subordinates, we all colleagues, friends. It had said everyone put noggins to work. And two, we not let you give up so easily. Meh? Chief did not search chest thorough like. Life rummage properly, corners and all. And what did you find? Chief, quick to cast peepers this away! Underneath dusty layer of dry golden shrooms! So the real treasure is inside. And it's not friendship either. All this stuff look expensive as hex! They're more chunky loot than ever no pawn merchant can carry! If sell all this, we'll definitely make bank! Tend to have to agree. If we convert loot into monetary assets, Archaeology Center is saved! Wicked! Pawn inspectors could never have discovered fabled treasure without friends. Golden shrooms all dry and gnarly, but other stuff have had economic value. Future of Archaeology Center look bright. One also find this treasure chest, and as promised will give to friends. And truthness is hardly enough to repay all favors that friends do for one and other pawn inspectors. To sweeten deal, pawn inspectors will hang around friends until friends ready to go home. How sound? Favor for favor is glorious new flavor sharing economy. We now partners, yes? And as partners, we can work miracles. There we go, folks. The final quest of Xenoblade Chronicles is now complete. And for our final reward, we got ourselves a Nerthus crown for Melia. A pretty damn good accessory for Melia, but still, I don't think it's as good as her current accessory. Then again, I could be wrong. We'll look at it soon enough. Alongside that, you get yourself this message. The prized Nerthus crown that the Pawn Specters have given you is a headpiece specifically for Melia. Wear it in battle and you're sure to feel Pawn Specter spirit surging through you. And you also get this really nice picture as well, which if you push the capture button on your controller, there you go. Capture taken. Might as well save it for your memories. And there we go. And funny enough, we can actually grab the last art book in the game too, right now if we wanted. So, might as well. Might as well fully complete this shiz. Am I right?
Oh.
Okay. It was for Nene. Okay. Boom. There we go. All done. Oh, man. I'm kind of surprised we managed to finish that in such a short period of time. I mean, granted, it was a black label enemy rather than a yellow one, and that definitely helped things move along quite nicely. Okay, before we head off, let's take a look at this gear. Okay, so this is actually a really powerful piece of gear. Melia's best headpiece in the entire game for Future Connected. So that is freaking awesome. Now then. At this point, folks... Oh, Benjamin! Welcome to the stream, my boy. Glad you can make it. You're just in time for the finale of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. We just slayed ourselves a dragon, got ourselves a massive treasure, Melia's best headpiece in the entire game, and everything is right with the world. So, only one thing left to do now. It's time for the final battle. The final battle of Xenoblade Chronicles. Make sure you are fully prepared because this is the point of no return, laddies. The point of no return. Alright, here we go.
King of Fog, right here! Fog King looking awfully foggy today.
I would guess it correlates with the widening of the rift.
It changes nothing. The time is now.
Miss Melia, it's working!
Yes, now then.
Melia, let's go!
My friends, lend me your strength. The future belongs to us.
King of Fog will know name of Hero Bomb Hero! Monster in for proper bashing.
Here we go, ladies and gents. My lumpies and germs, as Categoras would say. And to face the Fog King. The Fog King is a red-labeled enemy, but just like with Zanza, he actually does have a level, though I'm not 100% sure what that level is. If I have to guess, it's probably level 80, or something like that. If not level 78 to level 80. It's something like that. Regardless though, this particular fight has 2 phases just like with Zanza. Although I think with Zanza it actually had 3 phases, but even so, I am just saying. Even so, phase 1, you get to hear more of Zanza's theme. And then after that, phase 2 begins. And it has its own unique piece.
White dust. And kindly never to come back.
It ain't over yet, ladies and gents.
Shulk, what's wrong?
The sky.
The rift is expanding.
Mama, something not right. Foggy fluffies all coming together. Okay, not take no for answer.
What is the meaning of this?
It must be drawing its strength from the rift. And now it's even bigger.
In other words, if we could close the rift, we might have a chance.
It's possible. But first, let's do all that we can here.
You're right.
This is all over Kino's head. What does Hero One fight against impossible odds is natural like breathing. Right then, time to dish out extra mega serving of fishy facey with cherry on top.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Phase 2 of 2. Fog King begins. And like I said, we got ourselves a very unique piece that's not heard anywhere else in the game. Yes, he is. Especially if you're unprepared. If you're underleveled, oh dear, you're gonna have a very rough time fighting the Fog King. Done. There we go. Bye-bye, Fog King. I hardly knew thee.
It keep happening. What are we supposed to do now?
Don't give up. No matter how many times it returns, we can bring it down just the same. Our future must be kept safe. What? Telethia? Why? What? What on Bionis?
Whoa. Looks like the Telethia are trying to help us. And it appears to be
Melia,
working.
For whatever reason, those explosions seem to be distorting and destabilizing the rift.
Incredible. They saved us.
Time to finish it then.
Fine. Time to finish this.
My words
Please,
exactly.
Buy me some time. Grant me your strength, friends.
Damn, Nene. At this rate, you'll be outshining Rhine. Let there be light! The deed is done.
King of Fog is dethroned! Big win for good guys!
Yeah, damn right.
The future is safe. Finally.
It is.
Well, now that we're finally triumphant, the Fog King has disappeared forevermore, Alchemoth is finally ours again. It took a long time. This has been a long time coming, but it's finally over. Yeah, I wish there were subtitles there, but I assume it's something like, we did it. Alchemoth is finally ours again. I will say this, I'm definitely a big fan of this piano piece here. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, and I think it's unique to Future Connected. But even so, this really does remind me of the ending theme for the main campaign. And knowing my dumb luck, I'll probably get another copyright claim as a result, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And so long as it's from the same people who claimed the ending of the first, or okay. What I'm trying to say is, so long as it's the same people who made the copyright claim originally for when I fought and defeated Zanza, then I think we're good to go here. So, there we go, folks. After what seems like for goddamn ever, Xenoblade Chronicles is finally complete. Not 100% complete, mind you, but still complete enough nonetheless. I'm definitely really happy with the way this playthrough turned out. I know that things slowed down towards the end of 2020 due to circumstances that I really don't want to get into, and it even came to a grand halt for like 3 weeks or so, due to not only the holidays, but also due to technical issues I was experiencing with my computer and all that. It definitely wasn't fun to deal with. It was really, really stressful. Probably one of the most stressful times of my life. Not the most stressful, but still really damn stressful nonetheless. Even so, it feels good to finally be back into the frickin' driver's seat. And finally back to making content once again. As I've mentioned previously, it's been a long time coming. I think 23 or 24 sessions this lasted. I can't remember for sure, but even so, this was the longest stream playthrough I've ever done up to this point. And as I've mentioned in my end of 2020 update video, If this was done as a traditional Let's Play, this would have easily rivaled that of The Last Remnant. It was that frickin' long. If not, then Pokemon Soul Silver. That's for damn sure. Now with everything is all said and done, Melia can now finally ascend as the proper queen that she was
They're
destined to
waiting for
be.
you, Melia. Does this world need a coronation? I just don't see the point.
Don't say that. It is the will of the people. It will mark the birth of a new era.
You'd also have been a fine choice.
Yes, well. I'm occupied with my research, as you know, Empress Melia.
Don't mock me.
Here we go.
Yes.
And that, my friends, is Future Connected of Xenoblade Chronicles. The extra story is now complete. And when I say complete, I mean like fully complete, unlike the main campaign. Oh man. It appears that I froze for a bit. Interesting. Oh man. That was kind of peculiar. Well, anyway. Like I said, I had a really fun time playing through Xenoblade Chronicles again. Even if I only played through it like this past year. Again. Even so, it was still worth the journey, regardless. So, after completing Future Connected, what happens at this point is the title screen for the main screen changes one last time. And it's only a small change, nothing really major here. And you probably, or more or less, you have seen this change. And that change is that Hino and Nene are all dancing on top of Ricky's head. That's really the only change that happens on this alternate title screen. And another thing too is I think the title screen will cycle between all the different locations throughout Bionis if you leave it on the title screen long enough. As I've demonstrated accidentally before. So, again, not really much of a change there. But, after completing Future Connected, as I mentioned previously, you will then be able to purchase the Series 12 art books from the Grand Archsage in the main campaign in the time trial mode. And you'll also be able to bring over your cosmetic equipment from Future Connected. Not only this, but upon reloading Future Connected and reloading your save file, you'll also gain the benefits of changing over your cosmetic equipment from the menus here. And you're able to bring over all of your equipment from the main campaign, such as the Junk Sword, the Monado 1, Monado 2, Replica Monado, Monado 3, and even the Monado Replica EX, the original model. Again, this is all purely cosmetic. You can't actually bring the actual weapons over to Future Connected, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But even so, it's still a thing worth mentioning regardless. You also get a few other things too, which is displayed in the tutorial section, which is under, I believe, congratulations. Yep, right here, congratulations. Congratulations, new game elements have been unlocked. Shulk's weapons look can be changed in Future Connected. The 8th challenge in the main game's time attack is unlocked. Master level art manuals have been added to the main game's time attack item exchange, letting you improve arts up to level 12. Which I've already taken care of well before this playthrough even began. So, yeah, not really much changes between Future Connected and the main campaign. You just are able to bring over your cosmetic equipment from Future Connected to the main campaign and even during New Game Plus. And speaking of New Game Plus, again, you're able to carry over everything as opposed to the original Xenoblade Chronicles where you were only able to bring over certain pieces of equipment. So, at this point, again, there is, of course, the event theater, which can also be accessed from the main campaign's menu as well. From here, you can view all the main story segments from the extra story here within the theater menu, such as the world 1 year later, the future is saved, and you can also change the time of day, the weather condition, etc., etc. You can even change the player's gear if you so wish. This also holds true for the quiet moments as well. So, oops, I actually wanted to skip this event. I did not mean to actually start that event. Oops. Whatever. These things happen, I suppose. Okay, so, again, you can change your equipment's appearance in these cutscenes, which is pretty damn cool, along with the time of day and the weather as well. And, of course, you can view all the quiet moments between all the characters within Future Connected as well, all the ones that you've actually found, unlocked, encountered, etc. And, of course, just like before, you can change the time of day and weather condition, unless the time of day and weather condition have to be a specific way. So that is something worth mentioning. Again, there is a lot of content to be found here within Future Connected. Not as much as the main campaign, though. Future Connected is roughly 20 hours of playthrough casually. But if you're a speedrunner, then obviously you can beat this in like less than 40 minutes. I'm just saying. And as I've mentioned previously, before starting the Future Connected part of this playthrough, unlike the main campaign that has a New Game Plus, Future Connected does not, and you must basically start from scratch. But you are still able to carry over the unlocked rewards, such as the changing of cosmetic equipment, and any equipment you picked up in any save file from your main campaign, from any playthrough that you've done of Future Connected, you're able to apply that to all future save files. So, that is something worth mentioning. So, with this, folks, as I've mentioned previously, this is the end. This is the end of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I know I've only gone on for a little over an hour, but believe it or not, we really didn't have too much left. I did have to do some grinding off-screen, which I've already taken care of, and the results speak for themselves. It was definitely well worth the grind. That is for damn sure. So, as I'd mentioned earlier, this has been a fun and wild ride filled with twists and turns and everything else in between, in both the actual game itself and in real life as well. It's definitely been fun, and I hope you all enjoyed this playthrough for what it was. I did the best I could to show off as many quests as I could within a timely manner. Sure, I may not have been able to show off everything, but even so, I feel like I've shown off enough of the main points that were very important to show off anyway, such as the saga with Bana during the main campaign and how he ended up in Future Connected in the first place. Plus, I managed to show off some other quests that involve unlocking additional skill trees for certain people, with the exception of Ricky. Oh boy. Again, that was That one is one of those kinds of quests where it's really easy to miss, and trying to figure out how to activate it is a task within itself. But even so, I feel like I've shown off more than enough when it came to this game. It may not be 100%, but it's still good enough in my books. And even if you wanted to go for 100% completion, you can't really do that anyway. I mean, there is a 100% criteria, sort of, but even so, I'm just saying, I've already taken care of everything that needed to be taken care of in the first place. Well before this playthrough even began. So, again, this has been fun, and I hope you all enjoyed the ride for what it was. So, with this, folks, I bid you all adieu for today. This is General Snivy with the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. It feels so friggin' good to finally be back, after a long time coming, plus technical issues out the ass. The next playthrough, I've already mentioned in my end of 2020 update video, but for those of you who missed it, the next playthrough I'm going to be doing is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It's going to be a fun ride, and I will be playing the PC version. I almost said PlayStation. Like PlayStation 4. What? Well, anyway. Like I said, Sonic Adventure 2 is going to be the next playthrough that I do on this Twitch channel of mine. It's going to be fun. And, thankfully, it won't last anywhere near as long as Xenoblade Chronicles did. That is for damn sure. Welcome to 2021, everybody. The fun is only just beginning, and the year has only just begun. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time. And also see you all later for more Banjo-Kazooie speedruns in the near future. Bye-bye!